Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park. This is 399 pages with 7 sections or iterations. Really, the chapters were divided up. It calls it iterations, and each iteration has like mini chapters. So those were really, really short. The premise is simple: dinosaurs were cloned from blood found in amber, and a bunch of people come to visit the park, kind of a preview before the grand opening. And so, really, this book is for anyone who enjoys dinosaurs or action, adventure, thrillers, or even just someone who enjoys anything that can go wrong will go wrong. So, set in the 90s, there is about 100 pages ish of build up before they actually get to the island. So maybe a little less than a third of the book is just setting the scene and introducing the characters and getting them in place to the island. So the main one is Grant. He is an outdoorsy paleontologist, so he studies dinosaur bones. He's got a beard and he's not good with technology. So he is the driving force behind it. He works with Ellie, who's a paleobiologist. So she studies the plants of the Jurassic period. And then we've got the mathematician, Ian Malcolm. He really has been the, not negative, but he urges caution. He is, against this idea of cloning dinosaurs and having them locked away on an island kind of thing. He's against that idea. Nedry is the computer guy, so he helps set up the computer systems and get those in place and is there on the tour as well. Guillermo is the lawyer representing some of the investment interests. And, before he gets there, his boss tells him if anything goes wrong, just shut the whole thing down, get everybody out of there, just close it down. So the investors gave John Hammond, the original visionary for this, 5 years to create a park and populate it with dinosaurs. So doing the impossible in 5 years is pretty crazy. And that's what this book is all about. So John Hammond, he fundraised, got a bunch of investors, and then made it happen. So it's his vision. He has kids and grandkids, and the kids are, one of his kids is having a divorce, and so the grandkids, he's brought the grandkids to the island, thinking that they'll have a good time. And his original vision is that the kids would enjoy the dinosaurs the most, like in general, after it opens. So he wants to kind of give it a demo. Tim Murphy is the older brother. He is the grandson, and he likes dinosaurs, so he's there. And Alexis Murphy is the younger sister, and she's the granddaughter who likes baseball. There's a few more characters. There's the veterinarian who takes care of the dinosaurs when they're sick. There's the control center operator, I think Arnold is his name. There's the gamekeeper, the geneticist who actually creates and monitors or leads the team that does the dinosaurs. I think Wu is his name. And then there's a bunch of generic construction workers. So the goal of the island is to be as automated as possible. So they only have, a skeleton crew there, maybe 10 or 15 people. And then all the construction workers, most of it is automated and, recorded and that kind of thing. So things that I liked, the buildup was good. Like it's easy to just say, here's dinosaurs on an island, go have fun. Like there was a fair amount of buildup, and some of it was technical. Like we got into chaos theory with the mathematician. We got into venture capitalism and fundraising that way through the companies. So there was a little bit of technical stuff that could be a deterrent for most, but I enjoyed that part. So I liked the hubris behind we know where all the dinosaurs are at all times. We're monitoring them. Like, I really liked that. That kind of set the stage, thinking that they're in control. And a lot of the subsections, the small chapter sections, were titled Control, like thinking that, with 15 people, you can control an island full of dinosaurs. Like, yeah, so that was really powerful there. I liked that they knew the raptors were super smart and super dangerous, and yet even though they lock them, they're like, yeah, we'll just lock them up and things will be fine. Like, they're the X factor in all this. Like, all the dinosaurs, of course, are dangerous, but the raptors are like super special. So, I, if it was me, I would have just got them out of there, called it good. Um, the little dinosaurs were fun. Compies, described as about the size of a chicken and kind of bobbing their heads like a chicken. That was really cool. I really enjoyed those. It's not something I thought about. When I picture a dinosaur, I picture a giant flying one or a giant brontosaurus with long necks or a T-Rex, just big. I'm not thinking of little chickens running around, so that was fun. The other dinosaur that I really liked was the ones with the V on the forehead that spit poison. That kind of added to the danger, and that you didn't have to be next to the dinosaur. They could spit it. I can't remember if it was like 50 feet or something like that, but really enjoyed that. I didn't really think about what dinosaurs would be like. That thought has never occurred to me. So, like, their vision being based on motion, like a bird or a fly, would definitely be a curious thing and help, as they're traversing the park and running into trouble. If you stand still, maybe they can't see you. So that could be a benefit there. Two scenes that I really, really liked. The waterfall scene was so much fun, right? Kids are alone, they're locked away from the Grant, one of the other main characters, and here's the T-Rex coming to get them. So that was just one of the best chapter sections ever. Also, the kitchen scene was amazing. I think that was in the movie. I haven't seen the movie. It's been probably 15 or 20 years when I was a kid. But the kitchen scene with the freezer in the dark, that was just, oh man, that was so fun. Again, this is set in the 90s. Maybe I have an unfair nostalgia for the 90s. So if you do like that kind of thing, this is for you. I think it's like 89, 90 so it's right at the beginning of the 90s, but that whole like era is like, I grew up in that era. So to me, it's just, I don't know. Maybe it adds the rose-colored glasses. But anyways, some things I didn't like. The mathematician guy, he's, against the park and is kind of like the whole time he's like saying things are going to go wrong. I told you so, pretty much the whole time. And so showing up on an island where you think everything's going to go wrong, like I feel like he would have had a backup plan to get off the island, but that's just me. So kind of, that was one of the things I was thinking about while he was there. But yeah, the sections were really, really short, which almost kind of worked against it. The jumping of the sections. Normally I like really short chapters, but this was like way too short. It was like each page was another section and a perspective change. So it was a lot to take in sometimes. And, you kind of, I guess the intent is that you want to go back to the characters that you want to follow, and it keeps changing. So either way, that's not something that I enjoyed. And also the dinosaurs reproducing, I didn't like that. I don't know how to describe it. It just didn't seem right or didn't feel right. Um, it adds to the danger, but I don't know. It just didn't feel right to me. So some quotes that I really enjoyed here. This is the mathematician. He says that he doesn't like engineers. He's an engineer. They're both technicians. They don't have intelligence. They have what I call thin intelligence. They see the immediate situation, they think narrowly and call it being focused. They don't see the surround. They don't see the consequences. That's how you get an island like this, from thin intelligent thinking, because you cannot make an animal and not expect it to be alive, to be unpredictable, to escape. But they don't see that. So thin intelligence, I really liked that. I'm surprised it didn't catch on more. I had never heard that before this, and really not seeing the bigger picture like that, anyone can be caught by that, not just engineers. So another part, this is the mathematician again. What kind of change? All major changes are like death. You can't see the other side until you are there. So the mathematician does get injured, and he's, lying on his, deathbed per se, and he's got morphine and stuff, and he's like ranting. I think there was like almost like 2 or 3 full sections of him ranting about, the planet and animals and just everything. So he's very intense, and but had some good quotes in there. So if you like the 90s, if you like dinosaurs, if you like stories where anything that can go wrong will go wrong, this book is for you. I really enjoyed it, and I'm gonna check out the movie here soon. So this is Jurassic Park, and buy your books used.